Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Welcome to Saturday morning. Hope you've had a really good week and that you are already into having an awesome weekend as well. Our teacher for this week is Iyanla Vanzant, and this morning's little piece that I want to read you is my very favorite work from Iyanla Vanzant. It speaks about change. It speaks about wanting to make change when we look at ourselves and the need for patience. To give this piece of work a title, I think would be the in-between space. The space in between making a decision to do differently, to do better, to make change, but not quite getting there yet. What do we do with those in-between spaces? Honey, a very good morning. Happy Saturday, happy weekend. And Sunmuddy, good morning. Happy Saturday and happy weekend to you too. Right, here we go. A big thought from Iyanla Vanzant. She says, you must be ready in mind, in body, and spirit before you could make a change. People cannot convince you to do it. You cannot force you to do it. Everything you think, say, and do until that happens is just preparation. So love yourself right now. Honor yourself. Keep talking to yourself. Keep thinking ready thoughts. In the meantime, try to remember you will not be ready until you are ready. And of course it goes for ourselves. Try to look at ourselves through that lens, but when we look at the humans around us, and sometimes we have humans that we really love, and we can see the changes they need to make, but they're not ready. And we have to extend them this patience as well. Michelle, a very good morning, happy Saturday, and Anthony, good morning, happy Saturday to you. Our journey of growth moves through layers, both inward and also outward. Inward growth, our inner journey, is a process of coming to an understanding of who and what we really are. And then from understanding, making our way to acceptance. Acceptance of the past that created our thought processes. Acceptance of our past need for certain coping mechanisms in order to feel safe. Accepting our past self for not knowing any better. And now, one step at a time, without blaming our old self, making those new choices to create a future that we want to be a part of. But we only become ready for each of these steps, one step at a time. Hey Estelle, good morning. Happy Saturday to you. And then about outward growth. And so it is too with the new that we want to create in our lives. Making changes to our careers, for instance, or to our relationships, perhaps even something like relocating. Our journey outward also happens one layer at a time, creating new habits, new routines, new patterns, new responses, taking steps forward. And again, we become ready for these layers one at a time. The problem is, how do we deal with the in-between times when it feels like we are stuck? When it feels like, yes, there's been some growth, but I've become stagnant. Sometimes we're just not ready yet. And how we see ourselves during these liminal times is a huge factor in how we navigate the next steps. This is where this wisdom from Iyanla Vanzant can help to support you. Love yourself right now. Honor yourself right now. Keep talking to yourself and keep thinking ready thoughts. I love that little sentence so much. In the meantime, keep thinking ready thoughts. You will not be ready until you're ready. But in the meantime, you are getting ready to be ready. There's a space in between no longer and not yet. No longer does this serve me, but not yet am I quite ready. The sensing that something is coming to an end without having clarity on what's next. This can either become the quicksand in which you lose your life, or a powerful time of preparation. For any change to take place, we need probably the most, what we need is patience. And today's meditation is a great tool for learning patience. Being able to deal with exactly where you are right now and trying to just be patient with the time that it takes. Our meditation today is called Come to Your Senses, and it is, of course, a journey through paying attention to the feedback our physical senses are giving us. I like both your comments, Estelle and Anthony. True and frustrating. I'm sure that we've all felt that frustration of being with something coming to an end, but the next step not being clear yet. Getting ready to be ready. Be ready? Here we go. Close your eyes and we'll float away together, starting with the first few big breaths. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. As you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, then let all of it go. As you exhale, soften. As you breathe out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. Our journey today is about checking in with this body. And we'll start right now with your next exhale. As you breathe out and soften, bring your attention to the space between your eyes, your forehead. Are you holding any tension there? Is there a frown? Or are you easily able to soften that space? With your next exhale, as you soften, bring your attention to the area in and around your mouth. Do you sometimes find yourself grinding your teeth? Is your tongue pressed hard against the roof of your mouth? Are your jaw muscles clenched? Or is everything there softened and easy? As you exhale, bring your attention to the area of your neck and shoulders. Do you sometimes find your shoulders being pulled up high, almost level with your ears? Do you sometimes catch yourself there and remind yourself to soften, drop those shoulders? And right now, are they hanging with ease at the sides of your body? With your next exhale, bring your attention to your stomach area, your abdominal muscles, where tension is hidden the easiest. Do you sometimes feel yourself tensing your abs for an extended period of time? And now for this moment, are they softened? With your next exhale, bring your attention to your butt cheeks. Are they clenched or softened? And then check in lastly with your legs and your arms, and specifically your hands. You sometimes find them balled in tight fists, and for the moment, are they easily lying half open in your lap? We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, continuing to help our whole body stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward. And roll out your neck muscles, going forward and to the left, and forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. You can lean your upper body over to the left and also lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, as much as we are able to do at least, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is a really good place to stop. If you are here for the whole journey, however, with every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, really feel into your body and feel how softness settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening, and feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, our journey today is a journey of checking in with this body. So as you take a deep breath, and as you dive deep inside, say hello to this body. Perhaps even wrap your arms around this body and say, hello body, it really is good to have you. Take your next big breath. The journey of our senses starts at the top and works its way through our body. Our first stop is your eyes. For this exercise, we keep our eyes closed. But the question is, if you were to open your eyes, what is the most obvious thing that you would see in the room that you are in? Now, with your eyes closed and as you hold your breath, study this obvious thing. Use your mind to see it from all of its angles, see all of its color, discover all of its texture. Take your next big breath. Then we'll change gears. We're still staying with what you could see, but this time when you take a deep breath and dive deep into you, ask yourself what would be the least obvious thing that you'd see in the room that you are in. And study that less obvious object from all of its angles, seeing all of its color, and discovering all of its texture. Take your next big breath. Take a moment to thank your eyes for the experience they make available to you. And then we'll take a step downwards to what you can hear. And with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, bring your attention to the most obvious sound that you can hear. As you take a deep breath and dive deep inside, lean into that obvious sound. How much of it do you hear? And can you hear the different layers within that obvious sound? Take your next big breath. And then we'll change gears, and with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, bring your attention to the faintest sound that you can find. Listen around you for the softest whisper. And as you take a deep breath and dive deep inside, lean in to that soft whisper and see how much of it you can find. Take your next big breath. Take a moment to thank your ears for the experience that they make available to you. For the next 2 stops, change your breathing to whatever works for you, to be able to smell and to taste. So for your next big breath, when you dive deep into you, bring your attention to what you can smell. Is there any obvious smell that you can become aware of right now? Take your next big breath. And then with your next big breath, See if you can find any other smell, anything besides the first obvious smell. Are you able to pick up anything else at all? Take your next big breath. Take a moment to thank your nose for the experiences it makes available to you. And then we'll take a step down to your mouth and what you can taste. And right now in this moment, is there any taste at all that you can find? Take your next big breath. And then with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you or changing gears, can you find any other taste beyond the first one? Take your next big breath. Take a moment to thank your mouth for the experiences that it makes available to you. The last stop is the surface of your skin and what it can feel. So take a moment to scan the surface of your skin and find the area with the most obvious sensation. As you take a deep breath and dive deep inside, explore that area with all of the obvious sensation and see if you can find and name different sensations there, different pressures. Take your next big breath. last time, we're changing gears. As you take a deep breath in, as you dive deep into you, search the surface of your skin to find a spot with the least obvious sensation. It could be something like feeling the air touch your forehead or your cheek, or whatever else it might be that draws your attention. Take your next big breath. Thank your skin for all of the experience it makes available to you. We'll take one more big breath together to slip out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. No longer, and also not yet. Sometimes we find ourselves in this space between no longer, but also not yet. It's clear what no longer serves us, but it's not so clear on how to take the next steps. Can you develop the patience to be with whatever this experience right now is? Can you develop the patience to just be with you, the way you are right now, until you are ready? I'll read to you one more time this beautiful piece by Iyanla Vanzant. She says, "You must be ready in mind, in body, and in spirit before you can make a change. People cannot convince you to do it. You cannot force you to do it. Everything you think, say, and do until that happens is just preparation. So love yourself right now. Honor yourself. Keep talking to yourself. Keep thinking ready thoughts. In the meantime, try to remember you will not be ready until you are ready. There is a space between no longer and not yet. The sensing that something is coming to an end without having clarity of what is next. This can either become the quicksand that you lose your life in, or this can become a really powerful time of preparation. Do you have the patience to be with you while you're getting ready to be ready? We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this body with all of its amazing sensory experiences. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning to have patience with me. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning through my past experience that even as much as I want something to be or change or be created, truth is, I was never ready until I was. And that going forward, it'll probably be the same. Every time I'm trying to make change and every time I'm trying to create the new, it's likely that I won't be ready until I'm ready. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for understanding, getting ready to be ready, having the patience to do the small bits of work, the patience to take the baby steps, the patience even to hold this space while it feels like no progress is being made, but understanding that preparation is being done. I will be ready when I'm ready. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. And thank you, Iyanla Vanzant, for this really beautiful piece of wisdom. Hey, Pepe, good evening to you. I love that message, and I know you get this. You're ready when you're ready. Everything else is preparation. Our job then is to not lose hope while we're preparing. Try and stay patient while we're preparing. Thank you, honey. I think this is my favorite piece of Iyanla Vanzant's work. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Sunmarie. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Estelle. And whoever else might still be in the background. Wishing you an awesome weekend. If you're back here with us again tomorrow, this meditation will be more quiet. It'll be less speaking and more just all of us coming together in a silent space together. And I really like that too. Have a great weekend. Continue getting ready to be ready. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.